cartels are using police database to track and target their enemies. Members of Mexico's cartels are piggybacking on technology used by local governments, sources told Vice News. So basically, the police in Mexico and local governments are inadvertently assisting cartels in committing crimes. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that amazing? Mexican criminal organizations are allegedly tapping intelligence and security software that is also used by the government to locate and disappear rivals and hide their crimes, according to several sources within the Mexican law enforcement and cartel members who spoke with Vice News. The software, called Titan, has been used by several Mexican state governments. A source familiar with the program said its users can geolocate persons across the country in real time, access minute-to-minute location logs, and obtain official identification documents, amongst other private information, according to sources. So basically, the Mexican cartels have everything. They know everything. They have your name, where you live, where you might have lived, where you might have shown interest in living, approximate height, weight, blood type, all that stuff. All that stuff. They got all, and it's all courtesy of the Mexican government, of the local Mexican governments and the police. So this stuff that's getting across the borders and all the trafficking that's happening across the border, the police in Mexico are assisting. Jesus. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. The different services available through Titan are being advertised on the black market for around 10,000 Mexican pesos, roughly $600 to 180,000 pesos or $9,000. They are being offered via WhatsApp groups managed by a council, which includes both members of criminal organizations and Mexican state officials, according to one of the group's admins speaking with Vice News. The council approves members of the list as well as the provision of services. Titan can be accessed in one of two ways: either directly through a Mexican official, mostly a state police commander, who takes the order of services requested and delivers on an agreed time, or by obtaining a login. Quote, the platform is Mexican. It was developed here in Mexico, but people from Israel worked on the back end, end quote. A source inside a criminal organization told Vice News in a phone interview. We were unable to identify who, in fact, is behind the technology and it's running. So basically, the long and the short of it is spyware and lists that were developed by law enforcement in Mexico are being essentially sold out on WhatsApp groups for a low cost. Do you understand that to a Mexican cartel, $600 is nothing, or even $9,000, even $1 million to a lot of them is nothing? It's nothing. It's a drop. Listen. There are some cartels out there, 10 million is nothing. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Oh, by the way, do you understand that at least some of those people on the list are also law enforcement? So there's no way to actually stop the cartels. Oh man, that is quite incredible. That is quite incredible. That is quite incredible.